Is it really as scary as you think it is? What is scarier? When I first started Yes Supply, I was really afraid of doing something like this right here, clicking the live button to go live. I was actually really afraid of speaking to more than 2 to 3 people at a time. Like if I was talking to more than 2 people, I would start to stutter, trip over my words because I was afraid that what I was saying would look silly, that people were judging me, that I wasn't interesting. I was so afraid to literally just be myself and speak what was on my mind. But then one day I sat down with myself and I asked myself the question, what is really scarier? What's scarier? Is it scary for me to follow the thing that I want to do and say what's on my mind and maybe help a few people and maybe inspire a few people and maybe find out what I'm capable of, what I really can do, explore my passions? Or is it scarier to actually keep being the same person that I always was, working the same job that I always was, doing the same things that I always was? And so I started to think down the road, if I kept doing the same thing, what would my life look like a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now? And what I realized was the scariest option was actually if I were to become a little old lady and look back on my life with regret and say, what if I had tried? What if I had just posted the freaking Instagram video? What if I had just written the blog post? What if I had just sent the pitch? Because at the end of the day, the worst thing that can happen is somebody says no, and then you try again, right? In NLP, in neuro-linguistic programming, we teach there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. So even if I went all in and the thing that I wanted failed, I didn't really fail because I was following my passion, I was developing my creativity, and worst case scenario, I would have a really bomb resume for a job much more aligned to what I wanted. So I see a lot of people, even now in 2025, who say, I'm too scared to post online. I'm too scared to share what it is I want to say. I'm too scared to go after it. But what I want to remind you is if you really think about it, it's even more scary to not go after it and find out what your life could become. Because I started Yes Supply, I've learned, and sorry for the background noise, I'm sitting in the backyard, I'm having a cacao, I'm hanging out with my kids. What is this, like a tank, monster truck tank, and a gujitsu and a monster truck and some chalk. So me and my friends were hanging out with the cacao. But yeah, really, there isn't, if you're following what you want to learn about and what you want to do, there is no failure because you're developing yourself. And, even if the world changes, even if AI takes over, all the things, the thing that will help you succeed is developing yourself. If you keep your skills the same, AI could take that job, who knows? But if you keep developing yourself, your skill set, your communication skills, learning about things that support other people, then it wasn't a failure, it was just free education. So like I was saying, I'm so grateful that I took this path because not only did I start a business that I'm so passionate about, but I've been able to help thousands of people in all different countries and all different continents. I've been able to meet incredible people that I wouldn't have previously been able to meet if I was at my retail job folding sweaters in 100 different colors, right? So it really is scarier to stay in the same place, and change is going to happen. The world is going to change, things around us are going to change. So the question really is, are you going to change in the direction that you want to go in? And so if you're here and you know that the direction that you want to go in is working in personal development, developing yourself, developing your skills, learning about the subconscious mind, learning about emotions, releasing emotions and generational patterns that aren't serving you, and then supporting others. This is something that we teach in the Yes Supply method. So if you're watching here live, or even if you're watching on the replay, you can just type 2025 dates and we'll send you all the information. We actually just had a cohort start yesterday. So if you want to join, we just had the welcome call, so you haven't missed much. So you can type 2025 dates, learn all about our certification, find out if it's right for you. If you need support with the payment plan, we have custom payment plans and everything like that to support you. But there's so much goodness in there. Subconscious mindset tools, science-backed tools. We actually do our own research on our tools, and an incredible community to support you and guide you towards the life that you want. So you have to write 2025 dates. I see someone writing 2025. Marcy saying certified Yes Supply coach here, would definitely recommend, guys. Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate you. So I'm gonna stay on for another minute. I have 9% battery. So if anyone has any questions or you want to share anything, feel free. Thank you. A screenshot, cute comments. But yeah, I definitely had to overcome my own fears to shift my life in the ways that I have. Even coming to Florida, it's scary to change up my whole life, but one of the things that really helps is getting clear on the life that you want. So asking yourself, what would I ask for if I knew the answer was going to be yes? And visualizing it and making it so real in your mind, you get more used to the reality that you want than the reality that you're in. So that's what I did. Even when I was in Canada, I was visualizing being on the beach with my kids and being in the nice warm weather, to the point that I'd be driving in Canada and I'd just be like, why am I here? This doesn't feel like home. And now Florida and nice warm weather and beautiful sunsets and palm trees. I'm literally looking at a palm tree right now. Feel so much more at home. So I hope this was supportive for you. Again, if you want information on the certification, just type 2025 dates. If you're watching this and you want to learn how to rewire your subconscious mind for yourself, then you can just comment rewire to, and we'll send you a link where you can choose from a training to support you. So thank you so much. Loved hanging out with you, and I will talk to you soon.